uh, we just want to stay busy. We want to fight for those belts. We want to keep proving ourselves. And when the time comes, we're patient and who knows, when we're gonna fight. The opportunities are there every day. Uh, I don't know who's gonna win with Canelo and Munguia. I think Canelo should win. I think, but hopefully he doesn't get injured or gets cut or anybody, or whatever, a headbutt or whatever. I don't know. So I'm hoping that everything goes well and everything, nobody's injured, and then um I'm hoping if it's a good fight, they're gonna have a rematch. And if Canelo stops him real quick, there will be no rematch. Then let's see what happens. They said that David, after his fight, has a week to let the WBC know if he's coming back to 168, so he can fight for the belt. Um, I just don't trust nobody, bro. To be honest, we're not going to be waiting for nobody. We're going to do what we have to do and see how David feels. And if he's not injured or whatever, and we'll make that decision right now. I don't want to even worry about that right now. We're worried about beating this guy and staying focused and not even think about that at this point.
So you guys have a week till when?
A week after David's fight to decide if we're going to come down or stay at 175.
Okay, and that's obviously if you can get that title, that title shot, the undisputed shot with the Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, and then everything looks very well to maybe fight the winner of Better Beef and be bold also. I mean, for all the belts. So uh,
How do you
man,
go about that?
we're in a great position, huh?
That you're right. You are in a great position, but how do you go about that? Like, how do
Well,
you go?
they also have a rematch clause, I think, also. But it all depends how the fight is, and if it's not exciting and if people don't want to see a rematch, why would they even do a rematch? It has to make sense, and the fight has to be real close. It has to be exciting. But if for some reason, I'm thinking both fighters are great, man. Both fighters have power. Both fighters have, it's a 50-50 fight. I would like for B-Ball to win because he beat Zurdo Ramirez. He beat the king at 168. He beat the one. So imagine us fighting B-Ball. If we beat the one that beat the one, shit, David should be the one, So, man, that gives me chills, that it's a great fight, That's why I want to fight B-Ball. But at the end of the day, we can fight whoever, better be it, B-Ball, whatever. And everything looks like they want that fight to happen, David against B-Ball, So we're in track. We're in a good position because they want to make that fight. So I think it could be made.
Yeah, yeah. Your son and Canelo and like Boots and Crawford are like two fights that the boxing world is just trying to see if it slips away from us or if we get them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. So, man, everything for us, everything's looking bright. We just gotta deliver. We gotta go up there and keep proving ourselves. We're in a great position, man. David has earned every spot, every fight. That I think we got the people's heart, and we just gotta prove it on June 15th. And I think we have a lot of great opportunities once we're successful with that fight.
Now, going back to that Canelo fight, this weekend, you spoke a little bit upon it, saying that you think that Canelo's gonna win. But is it a 50-50
You
fight
know
or is
what? I
it?
will tell you, Canelo should win. Canelo should make Munguia look amateur with all the experience and he's training hard. He's so cut up and all that. We know that Munguia has not earned the right to fight Canelo. He has not done everything that we have done to be there. Canelo says that he was respectful and this and that, and it has that nothing. That shit has nothing to do with this. The best fights the best, and you don't choose. Who you think you're gonna win. He doesn't want to face David because he knows that there's a big a possibility that he can lose Canelo. I'm talking about Canelo. So Munguia, I mean, he's a good fighter too. but I don't think his defense has gone much better. He's very hittable, and with all these fights that he fights, he always gets hurt and he gets hit a lot. He gets cut, you know. So if Canelo, if he's serious about this fight, with one hit like that would change the whole fight. You know, he hits hard, you know, and he's Canelo. He's the best at 168. You know, so in my opinion, Canelo should win, no problem. You know, but at the end of the day, I give Munguia a chance. You know, because he's young, he throws a lot of punches, and you know, his stamina is good. He's a warrior. He's not at that level, in my opinion. But what he can do is catch him with one lucky punch or accumulations of punches. You know, we can see Canelo. It's in my opinion. I always said he's in the downhill. So you know that night could be the one that the body doesn't want to respond anymore, you know. And then you see the difference with the young guy. He might not be as talented. He might not be more talented than Canelo, but he has youth and he throws a lot of punches and he's a warrior.
What do you got to say for people that say, hey, Jose, he stopped John Ryder in the ninth. Canelo couldn't stop John Ryder. What do you say to something like that?
Well, my opinion is that Ryder, that was his last fight with Canelo, man. He got hit, he got hurt. The fucking guy tried everything not to quit, and Canelo hurt him the whole rounds. In my opinion, he was retired. They brought him back for Munguia, and you know Munguia was struggling with them. Yes, he did stop him, but come on, you know now he's retired. So you know, in my opinion, Canelo retired, and they got him so he can look good. Of course, you know he's gonna stop him. You know, so I mean he was done already. So that's the only difference I seen, you know. But if it was before Canelo that Munguia would have fought him, he wouldn't have stopped him, you know. That I can guarantee. But you know, come on, you know that was his last fight, and he got hurt, and he came back for that money, and he's retired now. So I think you can't compare, you know, those two fighters too close. You know, he got a beating from both guys, you know. So I can't even compare Canelo to Munguia with Ryder.
Oscar De La Hoya is saying that this is that possible
It
passing
could be.
down the torch.
It could be, like I said, you know, everybody has a chance when you're inside. Like I said, you know, hopefully Canelo didn't underestimate him because he's hittable. And that could be a big mistake. Canelo could lose to anybody at this point, you know? At this point, he could lose to anybody. Everybody has a chance, you know? But what's holding Canelo right now is his experience, you know? And what he's done from boxing. You know, I think I, I I see Canelo winning, but I could definitely see Munguia having a great chance. You know, like I said, hopefully that night Canelo comes at his best, because if he doesn't come at his best, he's gonna pay for it, and that could be the new world champion, Munguia.
You think it goes the distance?
Yeah, I might go to distance, but the other thing too, you know, if it goes to distance, I see super hard for Munguia to win that fight.
Yes, with the scorecards.
Yeah, I would never, even if he gives them a beating, you know, I think it would be really hard. You know, Munguia has to knock him out. He has to really hurt him and, you know, win all those rounds convincingly, you know. If not, it's going to be really hard for Munguia to win.
You spoke upon a rematch. What are the chances of you thinking of, you know, uh, Canelo carrying, Munguia in this fight for that going to go the distance?
Like I said, man, you know, I don't really care. I don't.
I know you'll be back on here going crazy, so I
No,
know.
no, no. Right now, I don't care until
Uh,
we have a fight that we have to be focused on, and we have to beat this guy in order for me to even ask for Canelo. Does it make sense? I can't ask for Canelo right now until we beat this guy. So I'm pretty sure, and in my heart, I feel that David's going to stop this guy, and he's going to look spectacular. But I can't underestimate Bosley. You know, I can't do that. You know, I'm treating him like a world champion, like the best in the business, and I'm giving him his respect. and he's a nice guy, and I want to thank him for taking the fight. And we don't know how David's going to look at 175. I'm thinking in my mind, what can I tell you? He's going to look spectacular. He's going to come at his best. I can tell you so many good things, but at the end of the day, it's a different way. We never been there. So it's something different, something new. And we just have to wait and see.
Do you think by any means, say Jaime Munguia beats him, and say he beats him again, do you think he'll give him your son a shot?
Yeah, I think so. At the end of the day, Munguia does not have the power that Canelo has. In order for Munguia to be the best, he has to beat David because David's in his way, you know? And then once he beats David, he's the king. Nothing will stop him. Otherwise, it will be the same thing. And that fight can be made no problem. Because at the end of the day, the people would, ask for it, and the people are going to want that. And it's going to be a great fight also. I mean, it's a big fight. So why not? Get it out of the way. Does it make sense? Lose wins or loses, he wins a lot, from that fight too, you know. And a loss is not the end of the world, you know. It's shit. I mean, Manny Pacquiao lost in like on his 12th fight or whatever. He got knocked out. He came back and look, he fucking Hall of Famer, best of the best. Manny Pacquiao, and then he had what, like two, three losses. So a loss
No,
once,
Pacquiao.
yeah, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh no, he has a few. He has a few.
Yeah, but he lost. He got knocked out like in his 12th round, 12 fight, right?
Yeah, yeah. He
Somewhere
got
around
knocked.
there. And then he came and boom, boom, and man, unbelievable. He's a great fight, man. He was
Mhm.
like super exciting and all that. So I'm just trying to say that a loss in your record, it doesn't, it doesn't change a lot. Yeah, you got to start all over and improve yourself. Maybe you learn a lot from that mistake. Look at Canelo. Lost to Floyd Mayweather, and look where he's at. So,
Then
that
beat
would be
him.
a great fight, with the Munguia would be a great fight.
Better than the Jamel Charlo and Canelo fight, the last Canelo
Oh,
fight,
come on, bro. To be honest with you,
because that was a shit show. That was a shit
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah. No, this has to be a little bit better. I'm not saying a whole lot better, but it has to be a little bit better, bro. But like I said, Munguia is stronger, is bigger. He could he can hurt people too. So I mean, if he's intelligent and if he moves his head a little bit or stay away from, I don't know, bro. To be honest, I don't know because I'm not his trainer. But he does possess power too. We've seen it. I mean, I don't think he can hurt Canelo because he doesn't have power like that. But you know, I don't know, man. It's a tricky man. Now you're making me doubt now, kind of thinking about it and doing all that. I don't know, man. Canelo has a great chin, and like I said, he has a lot of experience. And he'll know even how to survive in there and not get stopped or not look super bad.